Patrick Z, he wants to know, what is the best way to send pressure from dime?
Best way to, well, one of the best way to send pressure from dime, it's pretty, I don't want to give, it's kind of the universal thing that we talked about in the defensive guide. It was a tip I'm going to show here, but
you don't.
I'm not going to show the universal
because there are DB strike blips. There's some Firefox stuff.
In the defensive guide, we show you a universal tip that can generate pressure from any 4-down line, which is pretty important in terms if you want to get pressure. It goes for any 4-down line. It's the same style way you can get pressure. But right off the get-go, I mean, you can run a man and zone style. Let me go back and show you the play. You have a zone version, so we'll show you here. Here's the zone version, which is DB Blitz 2. So I come out in DB Blitz 2. This could be a little scheme that you were to run. So Farles comes out in empty and picks any play. So all you really need to do is press coverage. I like to press in this situation. Slide the blitzing corners in. And then I would say to crash your line out, like so. And then you should be able to generate some pretty quick pressure off the edge on both edges. So snap the ball. Farles goes. What we're doing is we're isolating the center in this situation. Sending 6, and we're isolating the center so he can't recover and pick any one of us up. So now we're going to get 2 guys free off both edges. And as you can see, the pressure is pretty intense, and we're able to get that pressure off the edge. Now, you can do the quick audible down, which is going to be your man blitz. You call press coverage again, slide your CBs in, crash your line out, and then same scenario. Now you're going to change up the coverage behind it. You're going to send the line slid a little bit there and pick the pressure up. But the idea is the same. You want to try and change the coverage behind it, keep the pressure the same. So you're going to send zone, send man, bada bing, bada boom. And now you have a little scheme, mixing 2-man under, mixing cover 2, cover 2 sink.
What's big about those things is there's plenty of 4-down lines.
Yep.
Yes, that's heavy blitzing, but you need to have something like that. If they're going to block the halfback, then one of those 2 guys is still going to get in free. That's the key when you send 6 guys against an extra guy. You're gonna beat the halfback, and you're gonna still get the sack. So they might think, oh, I'm set, and then no. So when you're consistently just bringing that 1-man blitz, 1-man blitz, 1-man free, which are included in the guides, then all of a sudden on a 3rd and 20, you want to really send it because they're going to block the halfback.
Right.
You still get 2 guys in, and that's just one concept. It's the man zone stuff. It's what we continually teach all throughout the stuff. So it's definitely something you want to check out in the tournament specialized guide, and also we do it in the starter specialized guide as well. So starter.
Try this real quick for me.
All right, let's go back here.
Snap the ball. Try to get pressure off that edge. Trying to see if we could squeak in another. I gotta lab that a little bit more, but I was trying to get pressure off the one edge.
Yeah.
Send him in.
I mean, and what's good about that is you don't have to slide your line, and you don't have to. So you don't have to slide your line. You don't have to make it look like something that it isn't. You don't. It's how it is. You got to slide the guys in a little, but I'm not quick throwing because there's guys lined up over people. So
there now that this time I'm sending 5. There's ways you can configure that, so then you can check it down to sending 4, and you're sending 4 one edge, 4 the other edge, and then you mix up the coverages. So now you're going to send 1 guy and send 2 guys, then you can play coverage, max coverage, 2-man under. So you can see how complex it's going to start to get, and as you learn more blitzes, how to send. I mean, the key is to have the ability to send 1 guy off one edge, then send another guy off the other edge, and then be able to send them both at the same time. That's the key to any formation.
This question, this is the reason the guide, both guides are over an hour and a half long. Some are 2 hours long, because we go through all the stuff, and we just get you the mind games. We run it against some sample formations because we want to show you here's how it looks against this and then against that. Definitely something that's pretty good, especially some of the blitzes out of 2-man under, which, as you know, is the best coverage in the game, and then you can get a guy free off the edge with 2-man under. You got to check out the tournament special.
We got something here from Crown. He says, show blitz.
Okay.
And then he wants me to re-blitz the strong safety, and I like where he's thinking here. I get what's going to happen. Snap the ball and see what works.
Oh, trying to get some A.
Trying to get the A. I like that. I like what he's showing there. Okay. I do. I think that's nice. I see it. Oh, let me go back to 2-man under. That's definitely a good tip. I mean, it's 2-man under, so that's a nice thing. So let me.
Oh, crap.
Yeah. And 2-man under. Here we go. show blitz, re-blitz a strong safety. I get it. I see it. I see where the gap's coming from. I think I need a faster defensive tackle, but snap, go. Oh, he comes off the edge.
Okay.
So I see where you're coming from. My beef with that is you definitely are showing your hand, and here's why, right? You show blitz unless I can get pressure with that middle linebacker. If I can get pressure with that middle linebacker when I show blitz there, then I'm going to say this is probably pretty good. Let's try it. Show blitz, middle linebacker.
So right now your concern is that you're having to rotate.
My concern is that they're going to be able to tell where the pressure's coming from. So I don't know why Ryan doesn't go in there. Oh, because he's manned up, probably. See, he's not going to go there. I think he has to be in like a stock play.
Yeah.
That's my concern is you're showing your hand.
So we think we could have the 4 guys perfectly aligned and then the 2 guys lined up nice as well. So,
right.
Yeah, but that's a nice tip though. That's a nice thing to have if you're newer. If you're newer and you're starting, and then hey, what you want to do every year is find one blitz that works and works, and then build off of it. You want to run it 100 times. It works the first 50 times you play people that aren't great, and then it starts to stop working a little bit because you say, oh, it's tender there. So when he does this, I need to do this.
Correct.
But you lose a lot because you're like, it was working. And then you got to just keep adding stuff. So that's the next question.